Hi guys, it's Vishali. I am down on the coast today as Brighton take on Chelsea. I've made it down to Amex Stadium. I made it down here pretty early actually. I had a bit of a mad dash this morning to get to the train at London Bridge, but I've made it down with a lot of time to spare. I think there's still 2.5 hours to go before this early kick-off here on Saturday. It's a bit chilly. It's mostly raining, which is the thing that's kind of annoying me, but you know, the atmosphere is beginning to build up now. I really don't know what kind of team Chelsea are going to put out today because we obviously know Morata and Pedro are out suspended, and Cahill obviously is injured, as is Cesc Fabregas. But last night reports were coming out that Courtois and Drinkwater may have injuries. Now Conte was a bit he wasn't giving off too much in the press conference ahead of the game yesterday. He said that there are a few injuries and he has to check what will happen. So will it be Courtois? Will there be a first Premier League start for Willy Caballero? He did well against Norwich. Let's see what happens. I'll be back when team news is announced to show you what the starting lineups are. Right, so not long before kick-off here, I've got the team news for Chelsea. Let's look at the starting lineup. The big news is that Willy Caballero makes his first Premier League start of the season. Thibaut Courtois, we are led to believe, has suffered an ankle injury, so he isn't in the squad. This is just Caballero's sixth appearance, I believe, in all competitions this season. I actually think he'll do pretty well. I mean, he's done well when he's been played the cup competitions this season. But yeah, he's in goal. The 3-4-3 formation for Chelsea. Of course, with Fabregas and Drinkwater out injured. Bakayoko starts next to Kante in midfield. Rudiger's back in the team as well. So Luiz is on the bench. I don't know if you can see him. They're warming up out there. Yeah, up front, obviously Morata is suspended, Pedro is suspended, so Willian and Michy Batshuayi are in that forward line. Michy Batshuayi, of course, he scored against Norwich in the FA Cup third round replay, so he leads the line for Chelsea today. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of performance we get from Chelsea, because of course they have struggled to score in recent games. Can Michy Batshuayi, who is believed he could be leaving this month on a loan deal, will he get the all-important goal for Chelsea? Let's see. I'll be back at half-time to see how this game is panning out. So it's 2-0 at the half-time break. After recent struggles to score in games, Chelsea actually scored twice in 6 minutes. Eden Hazard got the opener in the 3rd minute, and that was actually his 100th league career goal. And then Willian made it 2-0 in his 6th minute, and that was actually after a really, really impressive kind of team attacking move. I think he passed it to Hazard. Hazard back-heeled the ball to Batshuayi, who flicked it onto Willian, and Willian smashed it in. It was superb stuff, and we were looking at the replay saying, what just happened here? Credit to Brighton though, because despite being 2-0 down so early on, they actually started to create a few attacks and really put Caballero and Chelsea defence under pressure. There's been a few moments of controversy for Brighton, both involving Charlotto. I mean, he has gone down twice in the box, and both times he's not been given a penalty. The first was for Caballero. So Caballero came out, and I actually thought he got Charlotto in the box. No penalty was given. And the second one was when Charlotto went down in the area under pressure from Bakayoko. I wasn't sure if that was a penalty in real time. I'm sure we'll have to have a look at the replays and find out. But yeah, so Brighton fans have been left absolutely incensed. They are fuming over the fact that they haven't been given a penalty in this first half. Chelsea have looked pretty impressive going forward, I have to say. Hazard has been running and dominating the show. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead, and let's see whether or not Brighton will come back into this game in the second half. Hey guys, so I am done from the Amex Stadium where it's ended 4-0 to Chelsea. What have we learnt from this game? It was a big win. We've learnt that Chelsea can still score. They've still got it in them. They obviously had that run of 3 straight games without scoring. And it's something that Conte had said is an issue, but today you had 3 different goal scorers, a big scoreline. I spoke to Victor Moses actually after the game. If you want to see that interview, you're head of the standard.co.uk in the coming days. You can see what he said, but he's very positive about Chelsea's ability to find the back of the net without the likes of the top scorer Alvaro Morata in the side. What else have we learned? Well, we learned Eden Hazard is not someone to be making angry, as it were. I mean, look, he didn't score in 3 straight games. He didn't score in 3 appearances. he actually in those games, the last 3 games, he was substituted on or off the pitch, but he lasted the full 90 minutes and he was a real menace to them. I don't know if it was just something inside him that he just wanted to show everyone just a talismanic figure he can be for Chelsea, and he did that today. What else have we learned from today's match for Chelsea? Well, we've also learnt that they desperately want to make something happen for this season. I mean, look, they've had some below par results in January, but the team all look fired up. And actually, I thought what was quite interesting was they all did that. They came there with the game plan. This is what Moses said to me. And they got that big result without so many of the players in the side, either through suspension or injury. That shows you what the motivation, the character that you still got in this team. The only thing was today that you didn't have Ross Barkley make his Chelsea debut, so it could well be that he plays against Arsenal. I think he'll play against Arsenal in the Cup semi-final, second leg next week. So that's me done for today. I hope you've enjoyed my matchday vlog here from the Amex Stadium. It's time for me to head back to London, but I'll be back next week when Chelsea play Arsenal on Wednesday at the Emirates Stadium.